When I see comments like this, it makes me feel really sad for people because I know there's a lot of people with this similar mindset. And the mindset is the same no matter what we're talking about, whether it's housing, whether it's money, whether it's whatever, anything related to somebody having something that somebody else doesn't have. The person who doesn't have it lashes out in pain, in jealousy, in hate, in negativity. And that just always makes me really sad because I understand what it's like to be in that situation. When I started off at age 22, I was also a hater. I hated a lot of people, was jealous of a lot of people, saw a lot of people getting ahead. They had the right parents, they had the right socioeconomic class, they had the right opportunities, they were lucky. I had all of these like poor thoughts because those are all poor thoughts. You're wasting so much of your time looking at how good other people have it without actually understanding what gets people successful. What is the solution? Right? So once I changed my mindset and started focusing on what is the solution, how do I become successful, instead of focusing on why others are successful and more successful than I am and thinking that I know it all, I started seeking those answers myself. I started actually researching, literally reading books on how to get rich. So I went through that whole cycle. Age 22 was a huge year for me because that was the year after graduating. And that was like working at my family's restaurant as a waitress and just like day in and day out, 7 days a week, working the restaurant gig and being like utterly miserable and hating my life for like quite a few months of just misery of doing it every single day with no end in sight, right? So in that time, I was like, what can I do with my time to not just forever be a waitress? Because I don't want to be a waitress forever. I started reading a lot of books. So books is the first step to like educate yourself on like how to become somebody who has something so that you don't say stuff like, I hope the rich are like gonna face bankruptcy. I hope they suffer. I hope other people, blah, 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 right? It's all coming from a place of not having anything. So every time you see someone does have something, you want bad things to happen to them so that they're in your situation as well. But the reality is those people are gonna prosper. The rich are gonna get richer. And because they have more to work with. So if you want to get richer and you don't want to be a have-not for the rest of your life, it's time to take action and start learning and start developing in self-growth instead of indulging in haterism and misery.